My name's Rich, and this is Renegade Rolls, a channel about playing and running Dungeons & Dragons and other tabletop role-playing games. This channel is where I share some of the wisdom that I've picked up while involved in this wonderful hobby, and to help you play and run games which are the most fun possible for you and your friends. There'll be quick start guides, reviews of different game systems and campaigns, as well as hints and tips that have worked well for me at my tables. Dungeons & Dragons is clearly the most popular of game systems out there, but it's far from being the only one. I'll be looking at lots of different tabletop role-playing games, as well as some of the modifications, those changes that I'll make to my own games of D&D in order to make them as much fun as possible for me and anyone who plays with me. These modifications are often just straight up stolen from other game systems, so when I'm running a game of D&D, there might well be elements I'll bring in from, say, Cypher System, Dungeon Crawl Classics, or if I'm feeling like a particularly cruel game master, maybe even elements from Merkburg as well. As a player, I love bringing different characters to life and trying to get to know them, even if they only last a couple of sessions or one shot, or in the case of one character dying embarrassingly in the first session by sitting on a mimic. It was a very evil dungeon master who, instead of making the elaborate chest into the mimic, made the bench, the unassuming bench sitting next to it, grow arms and legs and tentacles and teeth and devour one of my players. For the ones who survive a little bit longer than poor Balthazar, I do find myself getting very attached to my characters, and I always enjoy trying to figure out who they are and how would they react to this magical, epic, fantastical, sometimes plain ridiculous worlds that they find themselves in. This also applies to the non-player characters I create as a game master / dungeon master. Making them feel like they belong in the world and haven't just been placed there for the player's convenience is a really fun challenge for me. I'll admit I can get a bit carried away with that sometimes. One of my favourite NPCs I created was Montgomery Fandango, who speaks like this. I'll tell you his epic tale sometime. In general, when running games, my style tends to be more story and roleplay focused. They may not be exactly rules as written, but they'll tend to be consistent and, on occasion, really brutal. For me, the best stories and the best game sessions come out of those times where the players aren't necessarily victorious every time. That's where some real drama and tough decisions are often found. A story where victory is assured every time quickly gets boring. But if a rules technicality is getting in the way of a dramatic moment or a player attempting something epic, then I'm totally going to let them attempt it, though maybe not succeed. They can certainly try. If you'd like to be kept in the loop, there are buttons aplenty that YouTube encourages you to press. I'll see you in the next video, or at a game table near you, rolling an improbable succession of ones. Cheers.